All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode with Generation Indigenous. Today we have two very, very special guests, but I'm not going to be doing those introductions. They are.
Okay. Hi, hello. My name is Tahnabah Whipple. I'm from the Navajo, Lakota, and Dakota Nations. I'm a professional dancer, actress, and model. And I was part of the first Youth Changemakers program and back for the second.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
and who did you bring with you, Valerie?
My mom, my beautiful mom, my biggest supporter and everything.
Awesome.
My whole world.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Michelle Whipple. I'm Valerie's mother. I'm Navajo. I am a mother of 4, wife, momager, student, of course, all around. Been in the industry for a while. My kids got interested in it, so here we are. Thank you for having us here.
When you say industry, what do you mean industry?
Theatrical, native culture, our native culture, just native theater, embracing their, their beautiful culture and just their own, beauty and, self-awareness of themselves and their spirit.
Yeah. We'll talk a little bit more about your experiences later.
Okay.
But we're both just so excited to have you guys on this podcast. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself yet. Sorry. My name is Kamaile Elderts, Kamaile Rabago. I'm the Outreach Multimedia Coordinator of Generation Indigenous. I'm also basically leading the Youth Changemakers program. I do a lot of the designs for WeThrive. And I also do a lot of the event planning for WeThrive. So a big part of my job is working with the youth and working with the parents of the youth. So it's been really so fun having you in our program, and then also getting a chance to have your sisters now in our program and have your dad involved in the video that we filmed.
Yeah.
And now we have your mom here, and it's just a whole family experience, which has been amazing. We're actually going to do a little warm-up question.
Okay.
So just to get to know each other on a podcast, we like to just dip our foot in. So warm-up question, what is your favorite season of the year and why? I know you guys just came from 111 degree weather, so it'd be interesting to hear.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I can never choose between summer and fall. For the longest time, I always said summer because I thrive a lot during that time and enjoy the warmth because I hate being cold. But lately, I think I'm falling more into fall season because I always have a lot of exciting things and even spooky things going on that time. So. You, Mom?
Oh, me? I love spring. I love when it goes from winter to fall to spring. And I'm like, okay, she sees me out right now outside, watering my plants. I have corn and beans and there's 2 little squirrels. They're all like, oh, stay away from my planting. So I'm out there watering and enjoying the new, life that it's bringing, the new growth. And I want to get some fruit trees back there too.
Ooh.
Yeah, some apricots. And I've been doing that since I was little. So I that's why it's the spring. And I'm like, I need to get me a chair out there and just water and,
You're a gardener.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a grower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my favorite season is spring.
I love that answer.
Yes.
I will go next. I'm with you with spring.
Yes.
However, I don't know how to keep plants alive, unfortunately. I like to see everybody else's plants stay alive. So I like to see the blooming of the flowers throughout the park. And it just isn't too hot. It's getting warmer. It's not super cold. It's just the best of both worlds, I feel like. It just feels like after winter, where it's just rain and cold and almost a sad feeling during winter, then you have you just like open up with spring. So that's why I like spring a lot. This is very colorful too.
Yes, exactly. With all the plumerias and like I just love it. I just love the color and we're talking about color, next probably, but yeah, she loves like the teal, the pinks, and that's when it actually blooms a lot during the spring. And you have to wait till next year to see it again.
True.
Yeah.
True. It always is like a weird feeling once the pink turns to green leaves. I'm like, no, come back. Please come back.
So true.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. I used to thrive a lot in the summertime, but I really like the fall winter months, just specifically because I do like the spooky season. Halloween's like one of my favorite holidays. I love all the oranges. Fall colors are my favorite colors. So I don't have like a specific color, but I love all the fall colors. Oranges, reds, greens, those dark, rich colors are my favorite. And I feel like I seem to thrive. Also, I like blankets. I feel like when you're in the cold, you can kind of like make yourself warm. It's chilly right here, but you're still warm right here. So I love that. Yeah.
Do you ever turn your AC to like 60 degrees and blast it in the summer and then you're like,
I feel like I used to be able to do that, but I can't right now. Gotta pay the bills.
I know. Oh my God.
just a really high power fan.
Yeah, it's expensive to be in 60 degrees with your beds.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, for sure. It feels nice when you're like cuddled in your blanket, for sure.
I'm excited for Halloween to come up and we'll talk. We'll talk about that Halloween event eventually. But going back into talking about you, Val, can you just tell us about your experience with Youth Changemakers and how it's changed you, what you've gotten out of it, anything? Just want to hear your experience.
Okay, so starting with the program, I remember I was very anxious to get into it. I didn't know what to expect because you just don't know if you're going to feel accepted and who you're going to be around. But over time, I was able to be myself and just be connecting with people. I felt very welcomed, and that was very great to feel, not feeling left out in a way. And connecting with the people, connecting with our youth was amazing. It was so much fun. All the activities we did, to the shoots, our Zoom meetings and everything. And
Yeah, you and Thea have become really good friends.
Yes. Oh my goodness, she's like a little sister.
Yeah.
She's just so sweet. And even her mom too is so humble and opening. They're just so loving and everything like that.
Did you know Thea and Candace before this, or did you meet them here?
I met them. I didn't know them before. I only knew just you guys and Joseph from, I think, Resolution Fashion Show last year. So it was, that's where I got anxious, who I was going to meet and if, how they would treat me in a way too.
Yeah, that's always like a very big question going into anything new. Is like, am I going to be accepted?
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that we were able to create a space for you, and all the youth were able to create a space for you that was welcoming and accepting. You also created a space for them that was welcoming and accepting as well. So I just want you to know that you were a big part of creating Youth Changemakers and making it what it is today, which is why we're really excited to have you for our second Youth Changemakers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it so much.
Of course. Do you want to ask?
Yes, my question is for Michelle. I'm also a mom myself, so I know what it feels like when you just watch your kids bloom and, maybe possibly following your footsteps and the passions that you might share. I do love Valerie's individuality, and you know, she just blooms in this program. And she has shared with us, obviously, that she's been dancing and trying to be an actress since she was little. I was just wondering, at what age did you start to take notice of that?
I would say around age 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where this comes out, and that's where I had this made for her.
Okay.
And I was gonna enter her into a little girl's baby pageant, you know. And so we got this made, and it was just the beautiful colors. It matched her, you know, her skin tone, her hair color. And I dressed her up, took pictures of her to submit for her, and I had to get a feel for her character. Is she gonna, you know, like tear it off? Is she gonna, you know, like take it off? I don't want to wear this. You know, kids are like that. And but no, she embraced it. She, you know, like grabbed a drum and started singing. She didn't let me, like, she didn't pull away when I put on her little moccasins.
That's so cute.
And I was just like, whoa, okay, you know, that's gonna work. And so ever since then, I knew, but me and my husband never like said, you're gonna do this, or forced her. We always wanted her to make her choice. So we let her, you know, grow up. And then it was about later on where we saw her interest of dance. And that's when she actually approached me and said, you know, we want her to do, you know, her dreams, you know, not ours. And, you know. Yeah. And so she's the one that actually approached me to say, Mom, I want to, can you enroll me in a dance class?
Would you mind sharing with us a little bit of like the environment where you were also exploring the arts that she may have been exposed to, and like build that excitement in her? Like, what was it that you were doing for her to be like, wow, I want to be like Mom, or I want to be in this environment also? Like,
in our Native American culture, we do start our young kids into Native American dance. And so we would take her to powwows when she was little, and we would dress her in her regalia and, you know, jingle dress. And so we actually did a lot of mom, you know, dual dance specials.
That's
so we would dress in the same pattern dresses. And so then I would take her out with me, and, you know, she was shy in the beginning, but then she came out of her shell and just embraced it, and she just went for it. You know, she just, she's actually a self-taught dancer where like, we're like, whoa, okay, how did you learn that? You know, like, you know, okay, I was going to teach you at first, you know, like that. And I was just like, okay. And so even being, you know, how she just talked and you guys asked her the questions about how, you know, she got into, you know, your program. I saw, you know, your guys' social media, you know, like casting and calls, announcements. And I was like, okay, Valerie, you want to be a part of this, you know? And I didn't force her. I go, let's just try it. You know, these are opportunities for you to, you know, embrace yourself and find out about yourself. And she didn't really speak. I mean, I'm first hearing it from when you guys asked right now, actually, too, where she didn't really talk about it a lot. You know, she's like, oh, I have a Zoom, Mom. Okay. But then, you know, and when she doesn't like something, she'll let you know, oh, okay, I don't want to go there no more. You know, but I saw her blossom up, talk more about it, smile more. And there was an excitement that I saw her. And she was making friends. She did go through some bullying in high school. And I was shocked because, you know, during my time, everyone played with everyone. Everyone got along, you know. And so when I heard her, like, you know, like blossom up and say, you know, oh yeah, those people are nice, and, you know, they welcomed me, you know, they embraced me, and it just be on the cast, you know, the call yesterday. And I liked how you said, if you guys, you know, contact me, I'm a phone call away. Yeah. I mean, they need that. You know, more of the teacher model style of a, you know, open door policy. Yeah. And she she embraced it. She feels accepted. I can see it in her.
Oh,
Chills. I've literally got chills for like the last 45 seconds. So.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
see it in her.
that means so much to us because we really love this program.
Exactly.
We obviously love the kids. But most importantly, we want to show them consistency and let them know that when we say we're going to do something, we're going to do it and do our best to meet the goals that they want us to meet. And so it's just so cool. I mean, I got to give props to Kamiley too, because she's just so great too with the kids. And it's just, this program would honestly not exist without the teamwork, without the kids, without their efforts. And this group is just so cool. And you guys are just very active. And some of the kids have never seen each other before, but just to see them like interact with each other, it was so cool.
She's only, like I said, giving me little pieces. And then when I seen them at the festival, the film festival, I was like, wow. And then, I mean, and that's so cool that you guys have the funding to, you know, provide that for them. You know, she's been on other projects where, you know, where she's not had a lot of, you know, like, you know, keep the wall and then the ball rolling. And it sounds like that's going to happen here. And I hear it in her voice, you know, of keeping that network and like what you guys said at the film festival.
Yeah, that's a big part of this program is making sure that these connections last. It's not just a 6-month period of filming and then, okay, we're done.
We're done,
Like, this whole program is about collaborating with the youth, hearing what you guys have to say, and how can we keep elaborating after that? How can we keep the ball rolling?
Yes, definitely.
So, admittedly, we don't have funding for much longer. So our funding is actually done in June, but we're trying so hard to find some funding to keep it going.
For sponsors and stuff.
Yes, because
So that's what we're doing behind the
so
scenes.
much. Like, we're gonna fight tooth and nail so we can find some more funding.
Going, just finding like grants, and that's why we really like, you know, Kamiley and I have come to like a fork on the road, right? And trying to figure out, like we discussed with the kids, what are we going to do with this film? Like, it's very important for this film to be shared within the community, and, you know, for everyone to see how the kids are connecting with their elders, you know, having those intergenerational conversations. But then also, a part of us also wants to share it beyond that so that we can say, hey, you know, we're here, the kids are here, like, help us continue this program. But it's a really tough spot to be in. So we're going to try to like fight tooth and nail so that we can get this program going.
Because it sounds like they want to like share their skills.
Yes.
Keep, you know, and gain their knowledge. You know, it sounded like at the film festival and the film as well is that some of the youth were like, elders, please talk to us, tell us your stories, you know, like I felt like that, like, and maybe, you know, that generation was like, they were like, oh, we got to stay quiet, you know, we don't, you know, that's a different generation, there's an age gap, but it seems like this wave of youth is trying to say, tell me more, teach me, and I am going to listen. You know,
they need that cultural connection and that connection to their ancestors and their elders and their parents, and that's definitely something we've heard from our youth change makers is we need to connect and we want to connect, but how do we connect? So it breaks my heart that like we are nearing the end of the grant because I feel like there is so much momentum from the youth and you guys have so many amazing ideas for what you want to do with this program. Just fingers crossed that we can keep it going.
Okay, good. I hope you guys.
And another part of this is like when funders hear your guys' stories and they see how much the program has helped you and affected you, it's a really good way to get more people on board. So thank you guys for being here. Not that that's the reason you're here, but
thank you.
Your voice makes a huge difference in keeping this ball rolling. So I also know, like you kind of already talked about, you've been involved in so many of these workshops and in the photo shoot and the film shoot.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you now knowing that you've been doing this for a long time? Like, how was that for you?
Okay, so I'll start off with the modeling workshop. So I remember I didn't go because I had a lot of experience already. The thing is, though, with the experience I've had and done, it was more exposure work, and I didn't get paid for almost all of those opportunities I had. So doing the photo shoot was actually my first paid modeling gig.
Wow.
That's so cool. That's crazy, but that's so cool. That's
Yeah.
crazy that you hadn't gotten paid before.
Yeah, so that was really great, really great feeling, you know, just seeing that paycheck and, you know, saying I did something that I've been working hard to accomplish. And then seeing us all on the posters and the billboard and everything was just so inspiring. And then to the film, that film, We Are Tribal People, is my second film that I've been in. And so seeing the credit, my credit of my name on the ending was another big deal because my first film, was just kind of like an extra, featured extra, and it wasn't able to have my name on there. So that was a really great moment I had seeing, and it was surreal. And I love that we got to have those experiences and those opportunities for us. And I loved how you guys were really professional, and even the staff members and everyone that was involved at those photo shoots and the filming. So it was so memorable, and I was very honored to be a part of both of them and everything.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you for sharing. Second of all, I knew you from Resolution's modeling fashion show, and I was blown away when you were incredible at that fashion show. So there was no doubt in our minds that you were going to be incredible for the photo shoot, but you shined.
I was like, this girl's blowing everybody away.
Exactly.
The sass, the confidence, everything was amazing. And then we saw you. Didn't we see her at Sequan? We were at Sequan fashion show. Yeah, and I'm like, that's the girl from Resolution. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes, Taquan. That was the first time I was at that fashion show that year, because the previous year I couldn't because I had another opportunity that I had to be committed to almost. And so, there was an outfit that I got to model for Wabanunque. She was having a ballet-inspired runway looks and everything. So I was, able to connect with her and collaborate, bringing alive her outfit and her vision. So that was a really another highlight too, that around that time that I got to be in and everything.
Yeah, it was like kind of a really cool moment, because not only were you modeling, but you also had a moment on stage where you were pretty much dancing.
Yes.
Which, like, combining those two passions that you have was so cool to see.
Yeah, that's just my touch.
Yeah.
That's just my own personal unique walk that I've always said to myself that'll be my unique way of modeling, or bringing everything that I do, of what I both do, modeling and dance together. And that, I feel that really showed, or at least pulled through and really made that show.
Yeah.
No, well, that's how we recognized you, because it was so unique. And you have such a unique walk, and your confidence just absolutely shines. So that when we saw you at Sequan, we were like, that's the girl from Resolution.
I know her.
I know her.
She's famous.
And then we were taking pictures that day too.
Yeah.
We were taking pictures. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then when I saw you participate for this program, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a fan. Like, I'm so glad you Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from you, actually. Like,
Really?
just you've enlightened me a lot about being in the industry. And like I said, when we first saw you at the Resolution fashion show, I was like, what? Because I'm not a model by
She was
by
ready.
any means, but like I was like, ooh, I'm gonna watch her and just like learn or something. I don't know. I got inspired.
Oh.
But yeah, are you doing the Sequin fashion show this year?
I don't think I'll be able to because I have something going on. I think that day from what related to Halloween. So I think unfortunately can't. I did apply this year, but I think I didn't get reached back out for it. So I just try to just stay busy with what I can, and just I was just satisfied I got to do it last year and everything. So yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
You're doing the horror night. Am I not allowed to say that? I noticed that you didn't say it.
Not Scary Farm.
Oh, not Scary Farm.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing that day?
I think yeah. I saw my calendar and everything, and I'm always like, okay, what do I have going on this day? Okay, I have to make sure this isn't interfering. So I think I do have something that day, or I think I was going somewhere that like another opportunity. But yeah,
You're booked and busy, girl.
yeah.
I love that.
It's been a blessing, though. It's been a blessing. All of summer and spring, I was really booked, and I was really busy too. So
Well, keep time for us, please.
of course,
Of course. She loves you guys.
We love you guys too. Did you want to ask another, Michelle?
Yeah, Michelle. We were so I love that you're here, and it's very obvious that you guys have this bond and family support, and that you guys are close. I know that your dad was also a very big part of this project, especially with the film. Can you tell me a little bit about the bond between your dad and you and your mom, and how has this changed your bond overall as a whole? This experience.
Yeah, so my dad was driving me out here from, for all the meetups and everything, our in-person, meetings and everything. So that was such a great thing to have, his support from that. And, just from how busy he is to himself, having that time to be able to take me out here.
Yeah.
And then I was the one that said, yeah, come be a part of the film, Dad, because he is an actor too.
Yeah.
So I was, like they would like you to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And, he's done like a lot of acting too, and a lot of theater work. So it was great to have him be a part of it, and to, in a way, give something back to him, like for driving me all the way out here. And from all these times, we were able to connect more, like just more stronger together, just have more fun time together, father-daughter moments, and that's something that I value a lot, and I'm so thankful for my dad. And I don't tell him a lot, I don't tell him, I don't tell you, Dad, but that's what I meant and what I feel. So,
Yeah, I remember seeing him every single time you would come to a photo shoot or workshop. Your dad was always in the car. I remember he went and did he go to the casino one day?
I think he did.
I was like, come in, join us. Go get some food or something.
I know, I said that too. I'm like, come get some food.
Yeah. Yeah, so we met through that way. Your dad and I met through him coming and taking you to the workshops.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just the filming that kind of created that bond for you. It was the fact that he was driving you to all of these workshops from Riverside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That support is just so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that impact in your bond. No, that's just amazing. What was it like for you, Michelle, when you did come over here at some point to the reservation and then saw Valerie's or saw her for the first time on the billboard, or saw her on the clinic's flags, or on a poster? What was that feeling like for you?
it was wonderful. Like I've always told her that she's my pride and joy.
Oh,
And she is. I mean, a lot of people like in the public, they'll be like, "Are you guys sisters?" I'm like, "I'm this age, and she's my daughter." And they'll be like, they'll compliment us, and like, and how we laugh with each other, and just prop each other up and stuff. We're our greatest supporters in a lot of these projects that we've done together and solo. She's very gifted in the things she likes to do. Like she'll research it on her own, whereas I'll be like, you would have had to go to like a 16-week cosmetology class for that, but she's done it all on her own. Like she's self-taught. Her fashion and her style is one in her own. When she's on set, on a movie set, she'll be like, that's not how it's supposed to be styled culturally, and so she speaks up.
that's amazing.
And, in these different projects that we've been involved in, whether it's modeling, movie, theatrical, dance, or performing, shows as well. Even if it's a small venue, she's like outright like, okay, we need to have it, this here. And we have these colors. So, she actually has been doing that a lot more of the production part, the behind the scenes of setting up different venues. And I enjoy that because it me, momager, I was doing that a lot, and now she has the reins now. She's taken over practically.
Yeah.
So I always call her my pride and joy. I go, you're my gem. I go, take care of yourself, and know, your different, projects that you want to do. And like I said, she sparkled up on this one that you guys, had.
That's
For the youth.
amazing.
Yeah.
Now, for the youth that's out there and youth like Thea, who aspires to be an actress and to be in the industry, and because I hear that you guys do collaborate and you guys have had projects, do you guys want to give us an example of a project that you've worked together? Like it could be with film, it could be at a theater, just something that you both have collaborated. That way the youth can hear what you guys have been doing and then possibly inspire someone else.
We did on different films, and the one that we actually liked was Red's Ball, and she actually took the initiative to submit herself.
Oh.
And get her resume going, her photos going, what photos she wanted to choose, how she wanted to dress, and she actually came into the living room one day and she's actually like, I got cast, you guys. And I was like, okay, let's go, So we got the car going and, we got that set up and, we said, let's go. And she was like, let's go. So, and she got packed and she was really professional on set. She was on several scenes. We got paid.
Nice.
And we had a lot of fun. We got to be with, her peers and our family. Because a lot of family members lived in the local area.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so, but then other projects that we've been in, the Teresa Mike Scholarship fashion show, we actually modeled in that project as well, and Saquon. And in Saquon, we had a lot of family members who are designers that were there as well.
Awesome.
And so what I've taught her, and I gave her like little tips, is network with people. Talk with people, get their number, what if we need like someone to fill in our show or whatever projects that she's, trying to like pursue, and so she's done excellent.
Can I say something real quick? When you were at traditional Indian health gathering, that's what we called it this year, and A. Martinez was there.
I
So impressed.
you should have seen her.
You can tell him. You can tell her.
Oh,
You know what I'm
tell
talking
us.
about when when you're like,
When I was
hey,
talking.
I have an application. Why am I
She's
not?
like, what's up with my application? Like, why am I not getting accepted or a phone call? But like, she was so funny, but like very professional and very stern. And what we loved about her is that her confidence.
See,
Like, she was just very confident, like talking about her application, like, what's up with that? You know what I mean? But
Hey, Martinez.
yeah, we're saying it in a joking manner, but she was very more obviously professional about it. We were just joking about it, but we were just like, wow, she just did it. And she talked to him for a while, right?
Yeah, okay, because you know how he's on Dark Winds.
Yeah.
So me and my mom have been trying to get on Dark Winds for like a couple years now, and they keep having more seasons. And, you know, since it's about Navajo people, me and my mom were sometimes like, we're out here, you know, like, let us
We're
be
ready,
on it.
available.
We're available. Yeah, so we've, you know, applied to the email that they say to apply to and, you know, send your resume to and everything, you know, your information, but they never like, you know, reach back out, you know, to say, hey, we have a role for you. So I was trying to just make conversation. And what I said to him was, hey, so me and my mom, you know, we applied and, you know, how do we get on it? I was kind of like, how do we get on to the movie?
We have the wrong email address. No?
Yeah. Because I was like, okay, are we not emailing the right director? The casting people, you know, like, give me the pointers, you know, what's the way in, you know? And so, yeah, that was a really actually funny conversation now that I think about it. But, you know, that's how I've been realizing you have to do sometimes now. It's all about who you know in the industry at times, you know, that they can help you to get in, help you get to the right connections, you know, for the way in, you know, past the doors, past that, you know, that stopping point of where we're stuck at and everything. So yeah, that was an interesting moment.
That was one of those moments where I learned from you, because I don't think I've ever gone up to somebody and been like, what's it going on? You know, like, that was so impressive. And it just goes back to what your mom was saying, is like, she's taught you to network and talk to people and make those connections. Did anything come out of that?
Not yet. No. So I'm just like, okay, well, it's worth a try. You know, I guess that's what's important is networking. And even like other people I've met throughout the industry have said that too. It's all about network. It's all about, you know, just making conversation with people. Really is. Yeah, because they, you know, they're all in other different departments of the industry. So it's like, you know, if you're friends with them, they can tell you things like, oh, okay, we have this project coming up. You know, would you like to be a part of it? You know, we would like you to be on it. So that's like just what I realized all these years being in the industry, that, you know, it's about networking and sometimes experience too, you know, what you've done and everything. And, you know, as an actor, I'm still evolving as an actor, you know, my skills and everything. And so that acting workshop you guys had was very beneficial too, that I forgot to mention about. But, you know, it was just, you know, a time just to realize what I need more work on and, you know, where I'm at still. And my experience on Resball was a film that I really just went in for, you know, like, and realized that I was capable of acting, because there was scenes where I was crying, you know, and really took moments, real life moments, and, you know, because there was like a funeral scene that they had. And so, you know, I had tuned into moments I remember being at a funeral and really tapped into being in that moment and was able to cry and be in my role, you know, everything. So, you know, I know what I'm capable and what I could do as an actor, because I've done it before, but there is still parts where I'm like, oh, like I still need work on, and I still need to grow on. So, you know, and being more loud too. Like, people always tell me that I'm like a low, quiet talker in person. So I always am trying to be more talkative and be more vocal and speak up. So
you gotta be ready to
be ready.
Yeah, because when we were on Resball, on the set of Resball, there was other youth there as well, and I think it's probably their first experience as well. But I always taught Valerie, like, if she was at Swaya, she was a model there. I was like, always help your, your peer cast members, even if it's pinning up, helping them with their pin, and always when we do our craft vendor, applications or displays, we've sold at Verona and stuff. I always have a education as part of it, to little kids, and so I hope to instill that into her. Other youth, cast members that were on Res Ball, I was like, be ready. I go, these directors need you, to be on, ready.
Yeah.
Not like, still put on your makeup or, I go, they want someone ready and, ready for camera.
Yeah.
And so she knew about that. So she was ready. She was already alert and ready. And then her fellow peer members were already ready as well. And so they needed that, coaching on set. And so that's what I bring. And then she brings her skills. And then she, like she said, she networks and, does that. And she brings her style and skills on set. And it's like, wow. I mean, maybe she'll send you some of her photos, but they're beautiful. The set was so scenic and just, and then the attire that, she was like, no, this is not going to work. She, wardrobe, the wardrobe trailer. She's like, those colors are not. And they listened to her. They listened to her, and they were like, oh, okay. They were non-Indian professionals. But, if we're going to do it, we're here on set, on the reservation, and you're wanting to depict my culture here.
Yes.
She is one to speak up for Native, style, Native flair, even on set at Saquon or the Teresa Mike, Foundation, scholarship. And she's done that at other ones, in Southern California and different states.
Good.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So not only are you an actress and a dancer, you're also a stylist, a culture liaison. I mean, you are all the things.
Makeup artist.
Yeah, we know about the makeup artist. Bro, hold on.
Go, you go.
We hire a makeup artist for our film shoots and for our campaign photo shoots. And this girl comes with a whole base of makeup on every single time.
She's ready. I always told her that. My grandma, and this is what I told Valerie, I said, she did not have a hairstylist. But when she went to the flea market on Saturdays, she was decked out. She had her squash blossoms. She had her hair, her CA down. She did all herself. I said, and I used to do it for her. But I go, there's not going to be no one there on set. That's probably not going to know how to do your Navajo bun.
Yeah.
I go, you're going to have to do it yourself. She's like, are you serious? I go, yes. And so she learned it on her own. And then when we were on some other sets, she helped others, do it for them.
That's amazing.
You don't ever talk about these things.
I don't. And this is why I wanted to do this, because it's like, I had to keep all this in, for so many years and, not tell about my experience like that, what I go through, And so, like a lot of the times, I get to style my own things at times and choose what I want to wear because I'm saying this in the nicest way. Some people just don't know how to style right. And then especially for Resball, that the outfits we were wearing, because they were saying, okay, it's going to be for like a cultural outing, like a cultural ceremonial environment, like setting. And so the year that they were doing it was 2024. So they were saying, okay, something that, the youth will be wearing around that time. And me being a young individual, I was like, okay, it's easy, okay, let's still see what they got, let's see what you got, right? And so they had a trailer full of outfits. I had brought my own outfits and they did pay for that too.
Nice.
And I was not, satisfied with the outfits they were giving me, putting on me. I had brought all my cultural things, like my concho belt, my TA. I had my TA up already and everything. I had all my turquoise, just outfits that I would wear like back home and everything with me. And, they were just, there was a few things I didn't have. And so I was like, okay, I do need like a, like a shirt or something. But, they weren't doing me good, like body wise shape, or, like they were making me look older, not like a young person. So I was like, okay, after a few outfits they were giving, I was like, okay, can I just see what you guys have? Like I spoke up for that too. And it took a while because, they had so many clothes, like they just a whole trailer, like clothes just up here, back here, behind me, below, just of coats and pants, jeans, shirts. And I do have photos of what I wore, so send that to you guys. But I had black bootcut, pants. I had my moccasins that were blue, like this blue right there.
These ones or
no, they were more like the blue though,
like this blue though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wore those, which is our traditional moccasins that we wear out there and everything. And then, so when I was looking for a shirt and stuff and a jacket to wear to match, they had a shirt, like a sweater that was that color too. I had spotted it and I was like, I hope, because yeah, I was like, okay, we're coming up with something. So I said, okay, can this work? Because they were taking pictures, and I don't know who was approving them at first, those outfits they had on me. But I was like, oh, okay, okay. I was like, no, this is not it. So I was like, okay, can I try this on and see if they approve it? That's if they can be acceptable. So they let me had that blue shirt with like a sweater, and then I was like, do you guys have maybe a black jean jacket? Because I knew what I would wear during 2024 for that type of setting. So that was my vision. And so when it was complete, finally they took a picture, and then the person, whoever was approving, said, okay, yeah, like that's the final, like that's the look. And so
and you did that.
I did that. And then even for Not Scary Farm 2, my costume last year, I got to provide everything that I wore, and they just provided a jean jacket for me because, what they first had in mind for me was more like a guy's clothes, that they had like a guy's outfit version of my character. And I was like, this isn't what I was told. I was told it's going to be like a club girl, more...
Not a girl holding a club.
Yeah. So, I was like, okay, this ain't giving what I was told, And so, yeah, they're okay, go ahead. And because I got to go to another department too at Not Scary Farm, another wardrobe department. And, see all sorts of costumes they had. It was like on a department building on the second floor. And so they didn't really have much because they're like, okay, there's just so many things, so that's when they let me design kind of my own look for the role. And so, that's what I've experienced a lot in these opportunities. And then with the makeup, yeah, I had to learn how to do makeup at such a young age. I mean, my mom used to do my makeup for me, but I had to learn, like the newest stuff, like the latest trends of like makeup looks and what they want, in a makeup look. And so, yeah, it started with dance, applying makeup because, you don't want to look washed out and everything, and to match with your costumes and everything. And, it was, oh my God, it was a process. It was a journey. I went from here, to, it's like...
You've had some bad makeup looks?
Yes. there were not pretty moments, and so I had to learn, at such a young age. And then I did learn, from watching videos too, just on YouTube that are out there. And, I got to know my face over the years, how to do it right, my features and everything. Because we know our face the best. So, I got to know that over the years too. And then a lot of like the opportunities I've had, sometimes they don't have a makeup artist, and then when they do, they don't always,
I know
Your own
best.
face.
yeah, like they don't always give what's needed at times, like because there's soft glams, there's full glams, and what we want, for a certain look, they don't always match, or they don't always give what we want, like I said. So that's why a lot of the times I do my own makeup, because I trust that I'll look good, because I know my own liking and everything. So, but I do enjoy when there is a makeup artist, though, because it gets tiring. It gets so tiring doing your own makeup, doing your own everything, doing your own hair. And this is a lot of hair that I have.
And beautiful hair
Thank
you
you.
have. But I can imagine
Oh, it's so much maintenance and time.
That hair too. I get it. No, I really love hearing all the work that you put into it. And I really love that you're expressing that, because someone will look at the posters and be like, oh, they just took pictures and then that was it. They don't realize all the
behind
the things. And what I really love about our program is that not only do we give a space for creative minds to get together and express that creativity, but we're also a program that, the youth change makers that's what it is, they're change makers. So I love that you came to our traditional health gathering. You were talking to community about, what this program has done for you. So not only were you, shining through pictures, through film, but you're also shining through community. And so that's what I really want people to know, that the youth change makers are not just about the glitz and, the filming. That's just the big bonus. The biggest bonus, or what we're really digging into, is community. And I just really love how you were out there at the Indigenous obviously the Indigenous Film Festival, at our traditional health gathering, and talking to our youth and talking to our elders and talking to parents about like, hey, this is how this program has, worked for me, has helped me. And I think that's just so good. And that's what this program is about. And thank you so much for sharing that. I feel like you should totally try out for horror nights at Universal. I think that's like, for me, I feel like that's the actor horror mecca in the sense, because that's where they make the movies at Universal Studios. So can you imagine like the wardrobe? I feel like you get such good connections there if that's like what you're really into also.
Yeah.
Just put that under your resume as well.
Exactly.
No, I really, really enjoy hearing that from you. And thank you for sharing that. That, so whoever's listening to, they can listen to Mom talk about her journey and all the, what it took to get where you're at. And, Dad giving you rides also. Like, it takes a whole village to get to where you want to go.
Yeah. So. And sometimes, from what I'm hearing from you, is you've had to advocate for yourself to be authentic, to be your authentic self in the media.
Yeah.
And that is something that is such a big issue with people of color in general.
Yes.
In Black culture, nobody knows how to do Black hair. In Indigenous cultures, people don't know how to represent the culture correctly. Like,
I know.
So it's one thing, and it's beautiful that you're able to speak up for yourself and advocate for yourself, but there needs to be a change in the media industry of
more representation
and learning how to do these things right. So and kudos to you to doing that yourself.
Thank you. Because
appreciate it.
Because of that is a goal of mine later on, to become like a makeup artist, like a full-time makeup artist and hairstylist for, those what's the word? Those
Indigenous?
For the industry, those industries.
The media
projects.
Projects.
Yeah.
We're all on.
Future projects.
Projects. Yeah, for those situations and everything, for future actors, native Indigenous actors, to have that for them, because since I didn't have that, that's what strives me to be that, and help others about this industry and, just whichever department, and, not just be all about one part, but of all the parts it takes about these industries, all knowledgeable on every part of it and everything. So, yeah,
it sounds like you're there already.
I'm trying to get there. It takes a while and everything, and, just a lot of learning. So, yeah.
Well, we're super overtime, which is fine, because this has been an amazing conversation.
Thank you.
But before we go, is there anything else you guys wanted to say? Any message you want to get out before we end?
I would like to say, like, Valerie, I've seen her grow to, like, share her skills, and people have shared their skills with her. I was like, wow, you have a sticker? My daughter has a sticker, like, of herself, and I was like blown away, from the different projects I did, and I like to see that she's like, like going way above, we want our kids to go further than what we did, or learn from what, our mistakes. And she's just blossomed. And like I said, through your program, actually at this building, and that's why I asked you, did it get renovated? Because me and my husband actually did an audition here during the Census 2010 commercial campaign, and we actually auditioned here.
Whoa!
In the old facility. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we actually came over, and then we got cast, and then we did the Census 2010 campaign, and then we filmed in LA, and that was with not Bo Mazzetti, is it Max Mazzetti? Yeah, he was in our commercial as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Circle moment.
That is a very full circle moment.
Yeah. So it's just, and in those networks that we thrive, and she has, and she's networking with these other peer, of her peer groups, and then I hope to see that they still, like, teach and, have that exchange of knowledge, whether it's learning Canva or, like her colleague gave her her sticker, was it JPEG or digital copy.
digital art copy, of my, like, a character I made and everything. So
yeah.
I've
learned so much.
Exactly, right? I don't even know how to do the characters. So I mean, on that level, on a digital level, I would like to learn how to do that as well. And so I like that she's networking with these peer groups, that she's done, even in here, and like, together we thrive.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. We just appreciate you guys so much, but more importantly, your time. Your time is so precious, and I love that you're just pouring that with each other, pouring that with the community, and just taking the time to be with us. So thank you so much.
I don't know if you got a chance to say anything else. I'm sorry. Did you have another message you wanted to get out as well?
Let's see.
You're fine.
I'll mention one more thing about when you were saying about horror nights.
Yes.
That is something I do want to do, that I hope I can still do sometime. It's a little far, so that's why I haven't been able to audition for horror nights, really, and the other things that they have go on throughout the year. So if I was maybe closer, or eventually get my own place with someone, or my own, then I would hope that I could be able to have that happen, because I've heard that they are a lot different, and they do pay more and everything.
I go every year, so
oh my goodness, I know. I only went one time, and I'm trying to go this September sometime, before I get busy and everything. But I love their houses too. But I think from what me and all my peers at Not Scary Farm are realizing, that Not Scary Farm has a lot more personal experiences. We have a lot of unique mazes, and just it's a different environment for sure. And we all actually talked about it throughout the year and everything, and the recent months, that I've had with my friends. And we just actually prefer Not Scary Farm more because of the people we meet, just how we're like, we've grown to it, I guess, and everything. And so, we really are like a family there, and that's what we've really been talking about. So
That's really cool.
And then I think for the advice for like youth and everything, just that this industry is very interesting. It's very fun though. You meet a lot of cool people. You get a lot of cool experiences. I feel like you learn a lot of, things about the world that you don't really learn in school sometimes. I feel like that was just what I realized throughout all these years, that, how to talk professionally, how to connect with others, not just school connections, it's totally different. And, where it could take you, throughout the world, and, what you can get in return from these opportunities. And there's just, there's beauty in these industries, besides, the things that we can encounter, and, but if it's worth, or how do I say it? It's worth it. It's all worth it.
Yeah.
Being a part of, dance, theater, acting, and if you have a dream for it, just go for it. And, be sure to have tough skin, don't let anyone ruin your goals or your dreams, and just network. Network is one of the main biggest things that they always say to do. And, gain the experience, build a resume, and, just be yourself. Be yourself too.
Beautiful. I know. I feel like I need to go talk to people now.
I know.
Get out of my little social
Let me
circle.
add some more. Let me just build a whole new resume right now.
Well, thank you guys again so much for being on this podcast. It's been amazing getting to know you and having you involved in this program. And now it's so awesome having all your family involved in this program.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been amazing having them part of it. It was a little hard, with my little sisters, especially with my youngest sister. But I'm glad she's finally like, okay, I'll be a part of it.
So cute. Good. And if anybody is interested in joining Youth Changemakers, we do still have spots open. We are open to any youth between 14 and 25, and would love to have as many youth as we can join this program and hear everybody's voice and get that authentic representation. So before we go, if you want to contact Val, can they contact you?
Yes, they can. So I usually go by Tahnabah Whipple. So my Instagram and TikTok is at Tahnabah, TAHNABAH. And I have a link tree attached on there too with other, other links, my email. And then we do have a family dance ensemble. The Instagram is in the works, but it's at Wichazani Dance, and we have our website linked on there as well too.
Nice. Brian will do a really cool thing underneath you guys right there. Where all that information will be in there. So I don't know. I feel like we should give a round of applause or something.
Thank you
so much for coming. This is amazing, both of you.
Thank you guys so much again.
Thank you for inviting us.
Too.
Yeah, and thank you for bringing that dress, for sharing something so intimate with us.
It just matched her.
So cute.
And she's still like that. She's still like